Hello everyone, this is the Final Bosman, and on this week's episode I want to show you something. Come here. You're not going to believe this. Oh my god. Look at this. Shh. Shh. Welcome to the show. I am Kyle Bosman, and I'm having a hard time keeping up with all this Pre-E3 news. A lot has happened even since last week's episode. Let me grab my calendar. There you are. So, on the 13th of May, Microsoft had some big announcements. Firstly, all of the apps on Xbox Live Gold are free now. You don't need Xbox Live Gold for those things, like Netflix and Internet Explorer. That paywall is gone. Now anyone who owns an Xbox can access Netflix like they can on any other product. Not yet, though. That will go live June 9th, which is important. Then, Microsoft announced that it is going to sell an Xbox with no Kinect for $400. Not yet, but on June 9th. Again, that's an important thing. So then, on the 15th, the NPD sales data for the month of April was released. And it was not great for Microsoft. It was good for Xbox games, with an asterisk, but it was pretty bad for the Xbox One. The console sold 115,000 units in the month of April, which to me seems like a lot. That seems like a pretty good number. But as pointed out by, and by the way, I'm not sure if it's cool to do this. There's a NeoGAF member named Aquamarine who is super good at analyzing NPD numbers, and honestly better than most people in games media. This person pointed out that the Xbox One's April was worse than any April that the Xbox 360 had in its entire life, except for this one. But then, on Friday, Halo 5 Guardians announced. We got a box art, we got a release schedule, some details, a whole blowout of sorts. I wouldn't call it a blowout, but it was finally revealed. And lots to see. However, there will be more to come on June 9th, of course. June 9th? What's so special about June 9th? Oh yeah. June 9th is when we'll see Xbox Game On, the Microsoft press briefing of E3 2014. I think that leads many of us to believe that these announcements were probably intended to be part of that show on June 9th. The more hopeful among us think that, oh, well, maybe they're just pushing this news out now to make space in their press conference for the bigger game announcements. The more cold, skeptical thinkers among us think, oh, those were probably announced at those times to cushion the bad news about Xbox One sales. And either way, we'll probably never know when those news were supposed to drop. But it made me start to think about how good news for games is like good press for a business, right? When a business needs good press, game news works. And it actually made me thankful for E3. It made me feel appreciative of when businesses will withhold their good game news so that we can just have a special surprise during E3. So today, I want to talk about the art of the reveal and the business of the reveal. I think one of the best reveals I've ever seen, in the last 5 years anyway, was for The Last of Us. The Last of Us had a great reveal. So if you can go back, think back to 2011, late 2011, commercials online for the Spike Video Game Awards.
We've been working with Sony on a massive announcement that no one is going to see coming.
And then there were online ads that showed the dead ants and the fungus that made the dead ants move up to the top of the trees. And so there was some weird mystery to this PlayStation 3 exclusive. And still you're not well, I don't know, I'm not gonna get that excited. Then some news stories popped up about how people noticed this newspaper in Uncharted 3 that mentioned a deadly fungus. And so it's that exclusive game. Is that Naughty Dog? No way, Naughty Dog's not big enough. They can't do 2 games that fast. So they're we do know that Naughty Dog is friends with the developers of this new game. And so we started getting excited when the reveal finally came, when the VGAs happened, and the Naughty Dog logo was a part of this immediately interesting and beautiful trailer. We were successfully hyped. That was a reveal. And to be honest, the entire, I think, media rollout of The Last of Us was both well-paced and respectful. But to me, that reveal stands out as just exemplary. And for the sake of this conversation, the reveal of The Last of Us is grade A material, baby. Now let's take a look at a couple of the huge game reveals from last week. First was Far Cry 4, which was revealed on Thursday. Ah, boy. This is it. This is Far Cry 4. This is our box art. Are you hyped, Worlds? No! No, we're not hyped. Don't start with the box art. Here's the box art. The game does in fact take place in the Himalayas, and this guy is a warlord. Oh my gosh. That's how you pre-order now for some exclusive DLC. That's what's frustrating to me is I think Ubisoft thought that would just work, and maybe it did, but maybe they're just like, oh, and this, everyone will speculate, they'll all be excited, and then they'll be pre-ordering, and it's just like the opposite happened. If I could sidestep for a second, I want to talk about Godzilla. Godzilla 2014, the Godzilla from last weekend. The way Godzilla was revealed, beautiful. You know, each shot was chosen, you know, very purposeful. Just the flares going up, lighting up the scales, the roar minutes later. Oh, just the best way to announce that Godzilla is here. However, I had already seen all of Godzilla burping up a little Fiat 8 times on TV. Just red. And I'm not saying that commercial ruined the reveal of Godzilla, but it definitely diminished it. So we go back to Far Cry 4. We look at what we have here. It's just, oh, here's this guy. Almost worse, there's like controversy over this box art. It's like, well, is this racist? He is dominating that minority, and just, oh, is he like gay? Are they gonna be weird about gay stuff? It's just like, to me, the controversy behind this is how cheap it feels to just reveal your game with a box art. Here it is, pre-order now, and the announcement of exclusive DLC you can pre-order. I don't think it's fair to the franchise. You showed us the box art. Most of us don't like it, or worse, are indifferent to it. And you have a lot going up against you when you finally do show us the reveal trailer. For that reason, I have to give the reveal of Far Cry 4 an F. This contrasts, interestingly, with the other big reveal from last Friday, the aforementioned Halo 5 Guardians reveal. And yeah, I did talk about it earlier this episode about some things that were revealed probably sooner than originally planned. I think Halo 5 Guardians was always planned to be revealed last week because last week was E3 Judges Week. I feel like once you tell a room full of reporters about your game, you can't keep it a secret for long. Case in point, also rumored last week is a Master Chief Collection of Halos 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Xbox One coming this fall, which we should just accept as truth because NT Colonel said it was coming back in January. Though, NT Colonel said Halos 2, 3, and 4, not for 1. So rumors are slipping. Still gonna believe all of them. Anyway, Halo 5 Guardians. We knew a new Halo game was coming, because it was said as much last year at E3. I didn't think it would be anything other than Halo 5. Instead, we have Halo 5 Guardians, Halo 5 subtitle, Halo 5, this one's something different. Guardians, by the way, are what you are in Destiny. This to me seems like some weird, like, passive-aggressive, they had to be aware, right? And Destiny, by the way, developed by Bungie, former developers of Halo. This is weird. It makes me, like, genuinely makes me uncomfortable. I'm just like, why would you do that? Bungie, if you're ever gonna make Destiny 2, Master Chiefs, I think all of us will understand why you had to go and do that. Strange way to subtitle your game. By some, Guardians, it was like, well, you can't call dibs on Guardians Destiny. It's like, well, why do you, like, want it that bad? You're Halo 5, you don't need a subtitle. A really funny part of this reveal, of the whole press release that came with the reveal, was basically the curbing of saying, well, it's coming out in fall of 2015, not this year. We all kind of assumed that Halo 5 would come out this year because of some wording at E3 last year. Bonnie Ross, general manager at 343, had the following quote in the press release that came along with Halo 5 Guardians. Many fans noted that I was very deliberate with my phrasing on stage at E3 last year. I spoke about a journey.
All right. In 2014, Halo combat will truly evolve. and your journey with Halo on Xbox One begins.
And that journey definitely begins in 2014 with a giant leap rather than one small step. So, clearly, Halo 5 is not the beginning of that journey in italics. I think we can all assume now that the journey will begin with that Master Chief collection of Halos 1, 2, 3, and 4 that we still have to officially refer to as a rumor. Okay? That's a rumor. It could still not happen. You can still have that announcement when the game comes. We're not going to rob you of that. And then lastly, here's the box art for Halo 5 Guardians. Here it is. It's already done. It's finished. Like, Far Cry 4, that comes out November 18th. Sure, I guess you can have box art. It seems early, but show it to us. Halo 5 Guardians will come out a year and a half from now. But already, box art's done. Go pre-order this. This pre-order culture, man, it is getting to me. It's like, you shouldn't have that done yet. You shouldn't show us the box art yet. And the thing is, people are excited about this box art. It worked. They're into it. It is exciting to them. Personally, I'm not into the box art. I think the composition is bad. And I think it was bad when Resistance 2 did it. And it did. Look, there. They're just like, oh, what? It's like, you know, it's two sides of the same coin, brother. Like the graphic design. Hi, my name is Alvin Redbush, and I am the graphic designer of the Halo 5 box art. And essentially what I was going for here is I wanted to show that these two Spartans are on opposite ends of the war. And so I just did that literally. Here they are. One's good, one's bad. But people are still excited about this box art, which is the fun thing. And it's not because like, oh, the art is good. I think it's because, hey, here's a new Halo game. There's a new Spartan. This is something to be excited about. This is a Halo game that might be good. And even we all want to play a good Halo game. We all want that. So yes, there's hype created by this pretty bad box art. And a good thing about this press release is that in some very inspecific but general language, distance itself from Halo 4. So this will be a very different game from Halo 4. Thank you, that is what we want. And so yes, I want to give this reveal a bad grade because it's not a trailer and it's just the title and box art. But it worked. It got us excited and it got us not talking about how Xbox One is losing market share, even me. So it did succeed in what it set out to do. And it seemed like a business decision first, but it seemed to benefit the game anyway. Gotta give the reveal of Halo 5 Guardians a B-. In summary, I think we'll always seem to be more excited about the games that don't exist yet than the games that we have. And now, more than ever, we're harder to shock, we're harder to impress, we're easier to annoy. And so I think the things that do surprise us, we latch onto harder than ever. And to big game businesses, I get it. I get that investors are a lot noisier than we are in your ear. But please realize that we, the people who buy your games, we appreciate a good reveal. And a good reveal does make us more likely to want to buy your games. So please, take care of your games. That is the episode for this week. If you're on Twitter, you can find me at Kyle Bosman. And to everyone who shared your hype levels in the comment section last week, that was really fun. Thank you for sharing those. I will be back here next Wednesday. Not in the studio, actually. We're going to be, I think, upstairs because of Memorial Day weekend. If I'm in a sweater, please do not be alarmed. We'll make it an E3 special. It'll be like, hey, here's our E3 special. That'll be what next week is. I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. I felt that I should throw out any conventions of graphic design, like composition and color selection, negative space. Generally anything that would normally be appealing to the eye, threw it out, because I just wanted to show these two cool Spartans. Master Chief is looking a little scared, and this one looks mean. You know, he looks like a mean Spartan, so you can tell he's probably the bad guy. So that's basically what my job is. Hi, I am Alvin Redbush. I am the actual graphic designer for the Halo 5 box art. Here's what, it's frustrating to me what Mr. Bosman did on his show, because he doesn't understand that I didn't make that decision. You know, I made 10 different box arts, and this is the one that was chosen by committee. Okay, so it's not like you can't pin that on me, right? I'm just doing my job. I'm just trying to make art, and just things don't work out. Hi, I'm Alvin Redbush. I'm the actual graphical designer for the Halo 5 box art. I just want to say, like, I don't typically watch the final Bosman. I didn't know about it, frankly. Someone just tweeted it to me. I don't care. He portrayed me as the kind of finicky guy who like gets upset about, like, I don't care. Like, if he does a comedy bit about me, like, that's fine, man. You know, do what you got to do. Hi, I'm the actual Alvin Redbush, and I'm the actual graphic designer for Halo 5 Guardians. And I just wanted to say that I'm a ghost astronaut. And that's how you do a bonus bit.
I got one big heart, just wanna love you, got two